Go on.
3, 2, 1, start. My company is SKA Tuning. We specialize in aftermarket accessories and car parts for JDM cars. JDM stands for Japanese Domestic Market, so basically Japanese cars. Hello, my name is Aung and I am from Myanmar. I am the CEO and founder of SKA Tuning. I've been a fan of cars for a long time. About a year ago, my father's friend invited me to his garage. When I arrived, I was overjoyed since these aren't cars that you normally see everywhere. After that day, I learned he restored/tuned cars for a living, and that is what sparked my inspiration for this. Here are some of the cars. Getting into the car scene in Myanmar has a high barrier to entry, not only because there aren't many people in the hobby, but because it's expensive, mostly due to tax. Most people detune their cars from stock and then import it from a location into Myanmar. They do this because horsepower equal tax, meaning the higher the higher the horsepower, the more tax percentage you have to pay. After importing, they tune their cars back up. This is where we come in. SKA will mostly be filling the gap after importing. Since most cars in Myanmar are Japanese, tuning JDM cars are more popular than any other automotive aftermarket in Myanmar. The new car industry is also growing, and JDM hobby is also growing, which means even more customers. Here is some of our competition: HKS, Top Secret, June Auto, Tom's, Veilside, and Blitz. I will be different by being a cheaper price, yet offering high quality products. This is also a graph of my competition. My value proposition is SKA Tuning provides you with high quality, lower price JDM automotive parts. We note down your preferences and dislikes as well as your history for better customer service. This is my business model. In phase 1, I will resell body kits, car parts, hire mechanics, and offer stage 1 and 2 ECU tunes. In phase 2, I will start producing my own car parts, offering more advanced and original upgrades to a car with higher horsepower numbers and performance. During both phases, I will have created a website for my customers. These are the expenses, prices, and revenues. On the left are the expenses, and on the right are the prices. The average client spends around $1,000, and we estimate we would get 30 clients a month. The consumer will find our company either on the internet or physically. We will have a website where customers can pursue if interested in our service. Our website will have customer builds, recommended car parts, FAQ, a maintenance plan, a survey, the search feature, and ratings and reviews. Here's an example of our website. Our ideal customer is someone from 18 to 45 of age, someone with a JDM car looking for a place to modify it. They are old enough to have a vehicle with tuning potential. For marketing, we will compete in races. From there, we will hopefully become sponsors and also gain customers and popularity. SKA will compete in drag racing, drift events, circuit races, and time attacks. Thank you for listening at my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask me.
Well, but that was spectacular. I'd like to just start off by being very naive here, but what are some of the things that you do when you tune a car?
Obviously car parts. Second thing is called an ECU, which basically changes the valve time expressions, basically pushing out more performance, but without changing anything quite internally. But if people do want cosmetic or aesthetic looking parts, we also will have 3D printed or aluminum parts or fiberglass to fit their needs and preferences.
Very interesting. Thank you for that. Judges, I open it up to you. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Yes, Navjeev.
I guess just by default, I go first for all the questions. Yeah, no, fantastic presentation. What I loved was the fact that this is not an easy opportunity to just think about. It's something that is specific to your market, to Myanmar. You realize that you have to bring in cars, and for that to save on tax, what people are doing, it involves an impressive understanding of how that industry operates. and to find out how you can add value to that industry. So fantastic work there. The other part that I really liked was that your execution plan was broken down into 3 phases. You don't go, I immediately am going to do XYZ. You say that we start with basic modifications, we get that down. We go to advanced modifications, we get that down. We start online presence, and then you do a prototype of the online presence. So those 2 things I thought were fantastic. What I wanted to hear more from you is from the inspiration perspective. So what got you into this industry, into this idea, and why is this something you're passionate about? So I just want to hear a bit more about your motivation.
I don't know. Within preschool or kindergarten, I got interested in cars. I watched Fast and Furious 5. Obviously, I didn't know any of them earlier, and I got into a realistic place. I do a lot of research when there's like a lot of free time. And one of the problems actually I came over when starting this business idea was like, there wouldn't be much people, like my target audience wouldn't be that much. But as I came over, I realized that there are people who are like in my like niche.
Very cool. Thank you so much for your question, Najib. Khan, after you, sir.
Yeah, first of all, very well done, very confident. I liked how you professionally answered Ethan's question. I was actually going to ask a similar question. I think this business, the idea is great. I think it does involve some technical experience in terms of operations, physically having to tune the cars. Are you looking to hire someone to do this, or are you going to front this operation first? Can you just tell us a little bit about how you plan to operate this business?
Well, I don't plan on starting it until after I graduated, but yes, I will be hiring some mechanics, and rather than like me telling them what to do, I will also be involved in fixing cars and breaking down car parts. Not because it's also to like build a bond with employees and teach them my experiences. Obviously, I will, after like high school or something, I'll probably own a car, tinker with the engine. I know most of like experiences from like online forums and stuff, but I would love to experience some like physical stuff.
Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, audience, poll is going up now. Aung, hold on 1 second. Pavan has one more question for you just while our audience answers that. Judges are directly to your score sheets at the same point in time. Pavan, after you.
Yeah, hi, Aung. It's actually not a question, but I just wanted to say that in all the bullpens that I've been in, I have never seen a entrepreneur more well-researched than you. Like the way you were talking about cars and the specifics, like I didn't even understand it. Like it was so intricate, it was so detailed, and I can clearly see that you're probably spending all your free time on this. Please keep that passion alive, and definitely see. You said your father took you to a friend's place that had a garage. I definitely think that you should try to maybe intern there over the summer, get some experience. But I really, really, really like what you did, and great job.
May I speak some more?
Briefly.
So my uncle's, this is a different person. My uncle is actually like also in this kind of car looking niche. He doesn't do the same category. He does more off-road rally cross type thing, but I got some experience from him, and my father's friend, he's like, he travels a lot, but sometimes he comes to Myanmar. He's like a neighbor of ours, and I was actually planning to work with him if my company to get some experience before starting my own company. So that's
really cool. Really good idea as well, mate. That was really well done. As Pavan said, and I think as a lot of our judges have said, that was really spectacular. I hope that you actually pursue this because it sounds like you're absolutely stoked. Maybe one day.
Yeah, in the summer or like in my free time or like holiday breaks, I'm planning to build a death buggy, which is like a roll cage type thing, based off of NA, Miata, Chaser, or Integra. Anything junk we find, and then we'll just like, it's my first starter car. I just want to get my basics in.
Sounds perfect. Well, thank you so much, Aung. Really appreciate what you have there. And thank you for that